Hey, Children's Choir of the Internet. We're going to be talking about our recording devices today. We have several different versions of it that I'll be showing you how to use. This one is the one that most of you will get. If you have your own recording device, a phone like an iPhone that works really well, makes good audio recordings, you can use that. I would rather you did. But if you need one of these, I'm going to ask your parents to let me know that you need one, and I will bring one over to you. I can leave them sealed up in a Ziploc bag for a few days. When you get them, and I'll make sure they're sanitized before that. When you get it, be careful with it. Don't break it, don't play with it. This isn't a toy. Don't do other recordings with it. This is really just for us for choir, okay? So there's some things you need to know. First off, there's some buttons on the back. I want to make sure the buttons are where I have them set. It should be set for MP3. I think I might have it upside down there. Yeah, it's set for MP3. Low cut should be off. Auto level should be off, okay? And set for MP3, not WAV. The WAV files are bigger. We don't need to be that meticulous with it. So, and then to turn it on, there's a button over here. This is kind of a weird button because it says power. That's that little symbol is. It's kind of like the extra life symbol in many of the Star Wars video games. And then hold over here. So you have to pull that button and hold it. It should say hi on the screen, and then access, card access, and then it'll be ready to go. You can see the levels are going up as I speak. Those levels should not get all the way to the top. I have it set at 65 or 66%, which is where I think you should leave it. So don't mess with the level. If you find the level button, the volume button, just leave it alone. And this should work. If it goes too high, the recordings don't work well. So then you're going to take this and you're going to set it, once you have it recording, you're going to set it next to your screen on top of something. So like a tall soda can, like I just set it on a Rockstar can, and I'm putting it next to the screen, pointing at me. All right, so now I already had it recording, which I didn't need to do. So first thing you're going to do is pull up your video that we're going to sing to, which is the Street Spirit Fade Out video, and eventually the one with me playing guitar and singing the Laura Lee song. So you're going to get that video ready to go. Go to Flipgrid. There'll be a link in the email I send you that has this video link in it. And go to Flipgrid to the place that says choir member recordings. Get ready to make a recording. So I have it all set, ready to go. Then you're going to push record on this. As you can see, the record light is on and the numbers are moving right here. That tells you that it is recording. If the numbers aren't moving and that light's not on, it's not recording yet. When you stop, that light will go off and the numbers aren't moving, okay? So let's pretend like you've got the YouTube video set, ready to go. You've got the Flipgrid video place where you're gonna make the video recording ready to go. You're gonna push record and then set that down next to your screen on top of something facing you. Have your earphones in, one earphone in here, one earphone off so that you can hear yourself. You're gonna push play on the Street Spirit Fade Out video and sing along, all right? Remember to do the actions, all of the things we've practiced. Remember the words that we have to bring out extra strong, the word again, in several places we have to bring that out a little bit so we can hear it because we couldn't hear it in the original. And when you're done, you're gonna push that button on the device again for stop and push the button on Flipgrid for stop. I would do the Flipgrid one first, okay? Doesn't really matter. Once you're done, you're done. But make sure that this stops after a while because this will record for hours and I don't want to know everything that's going on in your house for a couple hours. Make sure the light's off and make sure that the numbers aren't moving, okay? All right, so if you have the other device, now I have to switch the cards because I don't, I have a card in here. So this is a Zoom H4. It's just a more expensive version of that. It has a lot more features that we don't use. You can actually use this to like edit your audio and stuff right on the device, but you're not going to do any of that. So it's just a recorder, just like the Zoom H1, okay? It has a button, just like the Zoom H1 does back here. You don't have to worry about the other settings that I showed you on that one. They're already preset. You got to pull that button down and hold it, and you should get the start screen showing up. Says Zoom, excuse me, and it says loading, and it should go to the place where we can start recording pretty quickly. because this has more things, more features, it takes a little longer to start up. If it asks to format the disk, you can just say no. You don't need to format it, it's already formatted. There we go. And it's all set. So you see the numbers are up on top on this one. You'll see that there's a light up here that says stereo, and this light will be on. This is for both mics. Don't push the 1 or 2 buttons. If you do, it changes how it's recording. So have it up there on mic. That's what we want it set for. And then you're going to push the record button. Now on this one, you have to push the record and you'll see it's blinking. That means it's ready to record. So when you want to actually record, you have to push it again. And then that light is on steady. It's recording. You see the numbers are going up. It's recording. You would set that down on your soda can or your pop can, and you're ready to record. So then you click, you record on Flipgrid, push play on the Street Spirit Fade Out video or the Lauralee video, and sing. Make sure you have good stage presence. You know, remember, we're not eating. We want to see about this much of your body. So I'm about in the right place for my video. So when the hands go up, we can see your hands. That's about how big you should be in your video. Okay. All right. So those are the main things. Now I'm going to give you some more advanced things on the devices. That's the quick setup. If you have problems, we'll talk a little bit about the things that you can do. So, all right, on this one, since we're here, there is a volume record level button on the back there. If you have a grown-up helper and they see that these lines are going all the way across, all the way to the end, check, 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 like that. If they're going all the way across to the end, they may need to lower this a little bit. So you could drop the volume. You don't need to, though. It should be set where you need it. If you, for some reason, take the card out, the door for the card is over here. I'd rather you didn't, but if you do and you stick it back in, it may ask you to reformat the card. Again, I said you don't need to reformat the card. So if anything goes wrong and you push the wrong buttons and you can't figure out how to get it back, just go to the power button, pull it, turn it off, you hold it down, it'll turn off. Oh, it's still loading because I put the card back in, but once the card is loaded, so you hold this button down, and you have to hold it, and that'll make the power go off, okay? So same thing for the Zoom H1s. There are other buttons that you just don't really need to mess with. You don't need to play it. If you really want to play it to see if it works, there are play buttons on each one you can go through, but I'm afraid that's going to mess you up. Just make sure it's recording when you start it and it'll be fine. If you have any questions about your recording, make another one. Do it again. Give me an option. If you do it twice and the second one didn't go so well, you might say at the end of it, Mr. Zenzig, that one wasn't very good. You better use the first one. Just put that right on the recording because I will cut that out when I go to edit. If you do a fifth time through and you think that's the bomb, that's the best one, you could tell me on the recording, but you might also send me an email saying, hey, you know, that the fifth recording I made was the one I think you should use. I'm going to listen to them all anyway. To tell you the truth, I might take part of one and part of another anyway. So, but you can help me out by letting me know which one you think is the best. All right, if you have any questions about the recording devices, you can let me know. The other thing is when you're done, all done, I want you to put it back in the Ziploc bag. You're going to leave it in a safe place, not where your baby sister can get to it. These things are delicate and they're expensive, okay? So be careful with them. And then I will come pick them up in the Ziploc bag, have you put it in I'll trick or treat and give you a bag. You drop it in my bag so there's no germs being spread back and forth, okay? All right, I think this is going to be awesome, guys. Let's get this done.